Hi teachers, doing poetry writing with your class is all wrapped up with performance, isn't it? Because you hope that they'll come out in front at the end and read out what they've written confidently and with expression, and that the rest of the class will be engaged. But that's easier said than done with some timid, nervous children, isn't it? For some children, it's a big ordeal just to come and stand in front, let alone read their poem out, or perhaps they haven't even written much, perhaps they've only written a word. So even harder for them then perhaps to read that word out, or that little line that they're worried might be wrong or something anyway. I always tell children nothing's wrong, just have a go and share what you've got. But I do lots of warm up in different ways in my poetry workshops to get children relaxed, break those barriers down, melt the ice, and get the words flowing in writing and in expression, but in performance. So what I do is things like I come in, give them a theme, and we act it out, even with the older children. If we're at the seaside, we're jumping over waves. If we're in a castle, we're creeping around and going up a spooky spiral staircase, all sorts of things. So that helps for a start. Then we have a conversation about the theme, and I try and get everyone to join in. So again, they hear their own voice out there in the class, in the air, which helps again. Then I give them, before giving them the actual poem to write, I give them a task of writing the odd word, perhaps an adjective, a simile or something, and then I get everyone to read out one idea, one word or whatever it is. So they've all, again, practiced speaking out loud. Then when it comes to reading out their finished poems, or however far they've got, I get them to come out in groups, never on their own, and let them help each other out if need be. So they've got that extra comfort. And of course, I'm always there to help or to read with them and whisper in their ear and so on. And if I was a class teacher, I would do that weekly or as often as I possibly could to really get them used to reading out in front and expressing themselves. And for the able ones, encourage them to express themselves even more effectively in different nuanced ways. So lots to do there. I'm Kate Williams, and I have lots of poems inviting themselves to be, calling out to be performed in my book, Squeak, Squawk, Roar. Have fun with that then. See you again soon.